Hey, John Campbell from ArizonaBushman.com. Today I'm going to be going over some shelter hammock systems. Now I went out and bought these. They actually have what's called tree huggers. And all these are some 5mm rope that's with some knots tied in them to suspend your hammock. Makes it pretty quick and easy. Also, I went ahead and picked up the Grand Trunk parachute nylon travel hammock, and this one's actually the double. It actually comes with tree huggers to wrap around a tree to make it quick and easy to set up. This one is called the Nano 7 hammock. It only weighs around 7 ounces. It's really lightweight. I really like this one because I can put it right here in my pocket. It's lightweight. It's not going to go anywhere. When you need it, you just pull it out. Also, one piece of equipment that caught my attention when I was out gathering gear. This is called the all-terrain hybrid shelter system. Alright, the hammock I'm going to start out with is the double hammock. I'm basically just going to wrap my tree huggers around the tree. I'm not really worried about height right now because I can go back and adjust for that later. That's basically all these do, is just wrap around and hook on. Now the double hammock will come out of the bag that it just stuffs into. Now when you pull it out, you'll notice that there's a couple of hooks on there. They just hook on to the rope just like so. Alright, now the hammock looks like it's stretched pretty tight. Now myself, I like that because I don't like the sag in the middle. I prefer hammocks for situations just like this. You can't sit a tent down really on this kind of ground. There's a lot of rocks. It'd be too much work to just clear it out. So by just finding 2 trees and suspending your hammock across it, it really saves a lot of work. Now in the past few months, I've actually become a strong believer in hammocks as shelter systems. They're so much more versatile than a tent. Not only that, but hammocks are extremely comfortable. Alright, next I'm going to set up the Nano 7. Now forgive me, a little while ago I called them tree huggers. I think they're actually called tree slings. Now these are 5mm accessory cord that have a series of knots to give you an area to hook your hammock. And they go on the same way. Now with the Nano 7, it's the same way. It comes out of its own little pouch that you can just fold right into itself. Comes with some carabiners. And all you do is pick a spot and hook on. This is the all-terrain hybrid shelter system. Now I had to add the 550 cord and the tent stakes, which is really not a big deal. I also went ahead and I made some loops and put some carabiners, small little carabiners, on the nylon webbing for a place to anchor it. All I'm doing right now is just hooking it up, and then I'll make my final adjustments later. Okay, now I've got the hammock secured, as well as the rain fly. I drove in a stake, and I just tied a couple of half hitches to where I could slide it up and down, and it locks on itself to keep the line tight. Alright, now that I got it together, it's time to get in. Alright, now this Nano 7 hammock is actually made out of a ripstop nylon taffeta material. The same as the top, except the top here, the rainfly, is actually made with a silicone impregnated ripstop nylon. And the double hammock that I just showed you previously to this one is made of a parachute nylon material. Now both of these hammocks are lightweight, versatile, and like the top, have many uses. Now this rainfly actually has several uses. It can be turned into a hammock. It can be staked down by these tabs and made into an A-frame shelter. You can also turn it into a lean-to or a ground pad to put your tent on top of. Now in further videos, I'll be using some Mountain House freeze-dried food. I'll also be going over the Guyot or Guyot standard 38-ounce stainless steel container, along with the squishy bowls and their utensil set. Another product that I had purchased along the way, my boots started to get a little worn out, so I went and I picked up 2 pairs of Altama boots. Now with Altama, I've been a lifetime customer with them. The first pair of boots I ever owned, as far back as I can remember, were actually Altama boots, and for some reason it just stuck with me ever since. As soon as I get them broke in, I'll show them to you. I ended up getting the Hoplite series desert boot, as well as the standard military issue jungle boot. Now you may also be wondering what it is I'm wearing around my neck. This is actually part of Tops Knives' survival kit that they put together. Now I added a lot of this. What I added was a plastic earplug case that I put some fishing line, some weights, flies, hooks, and stuff like that in there for fishing. You'd also use it for trapping birds. I added my Sunto compass and thermometer with wind chill chart on the back. This is one that came with it. It's a folding saw. I've used it already. It works okay, so I'll keep it on there. Tops Knives signaling whistle. They also have the P38 with their fire striker, their flint and steel. Has 2 magnesium bars and a ferrocerium rod right here. You use the, well, I can't get it to do it unless I take it apart, but you use the P38 as the flint striker. I also put a small folding Smith & Wesson knife on here, just for a spare little backup to get. It's all on a chain. It fits around my neck. Now you're probably noticing I'm wearing an Altama t-shirt. Now that actually came with the boots because I paid for 2 pairs, and for a promotional deal they gave me the t-shirt along with it. It's desert tan, so I like it. Now I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep in mind, guys, I'm not trying to push you into buying anything. I just wanted to show you the versatility of this specific hammock system. I personally like it. And in further reviews, I have gotten some equipment that I didn't like. I sent it back immediately. Now, understand also that I'm not going to do a review on a product that is no good. If you see it on my channel, I have done my research. It's a good product, and if the company stands by it, then why shouldn't I? I'm pretty much like everyone else. I want quality gear that's not going to break, it's not going to tear, something that's rugged enough to take out here in the scrub brush, get tangled up a little bit, and stand up to it. And that's all I'm looking for in my equipment. Good quality equipment. That being said, I'm John Campbell from ArizonaBushman.com. Hope to see you soon.